Is it working?
I think it's working.
Oh no! I just got a pop-up.
I got the pop-up, but I don't see it on the channel.
Cooking stream.
Good.
Oh, there's us. Shannon's waving a knife.
Cooking stream.
Cooking stream. It's a cooking stream.
It's a cooking stream. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hello.
Hi there. I should close my window.
Hi everybody.
Just,
Taylor, thank you for letting us use the channel.
yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm looking for the chat. This is, this is not my first, third, or even 15th stream, and yet every time it's like, where's the
dang chat?
Where's the chat? I could swear I clicked on it.
Okay, Taylor said don't break it, which I mean, I'm guessing the internet, because we could.
I got it.
We are going to break the internet today. That's the goal.
Carly, your husband says we're live, so I think it's got a.
I found it.
That's it.
Oh, there are 13 people watching.
Yes.
Well,
hello, people.
That's a good number.
It's a lucky number.
Well,
what do we have? Hello, sick boy.
Welcome. Welcome all.
Yes, this is a Branson Pizza shirt. I just got it.
Incredible.
I'm preheated.
This is our first time meeting each other. We got set up on a web service.
Yeah, it's a blind four-way date.
Called Horse Date. And
it's called Horse Date. Yeah.
Horse Date.
Yeah. All four of us saw that branding on Horse Date, and we were like, this is where I'll find.
Yeah.
All pretending to be horses, looking for mates.
So we can prance together.
I'm starting to think there's no horses on that site.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
How do I pop this out? Someone tell me how to pop out the chat, please.
Nope, that's not me. I don't know. I see some errors.
That's fine.
So, who in the video in the chat is making nachos themselves?
Oh yeah.
We're making nachos.
Raise your hooves.
Making nachos.
Wait, what did you say? Clap your hooves?
Raise your hooves.
Oh. Yes. Can we get a hoof raise in the chat?
Yeah. We need a custom emote for that.
Yeah. Can we get that, please? Thanks.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. What are we doing? I'll work on it.
Good.
Okay. All of a sudden it's saying we're no longer live on mine, but maybe that.
What? I see us still. I think we're still rocking.
We're good. We're good.
I just saw you say it says we're not live on mine.
I know to just shut up.
I know our names are on the screens, but we should probably tell people who we are.
I love this idea.
Right.
Please start, Pizza.
Oh, hi.
Pizza Horse, start.
I am the first horse. I am Jen De La Vega. I am Viv and Mercus on Fun City. And we are the Fortunate Mares, the ladies of Fortunate Horse.
I'm the second horse. I'm Carly. I play Albira Dawn on Rude Tales of Magic, and I also play Torin on Come at the King. Played. She's remembered in history now.
Carly, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you need to change the stream description so it doesn't say you're playing that truck game.
Oh, apparently because we're playing a truck game. I don't know if you heard moderator Chris.
You're telling me we're not playing Euro Truck Simulator too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it's a marketing tactic. We're trying to get the truck people to watch the stream.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's got to be high crossover potential. Not just
that Venn diagram is basically a circle.
Right?
Horses are a kind of a truck. Yes, you are right, J Trophy.
Very nice.
Well, Carly works on that. I'll introduce myself. I'm horse number 3. I'm Allie Fisher. I play Cordelia Sasquatch on Rude Tales of Magic, and I was Dealey on Come at the King, and I'm a Palomino.
You know, I still hear in my dreams your harpy laugh.
Oh, good. I do too.
I love it.
Probably will haunt me for the rest of my life.
I fixed it.
Yay!
Yay!
Now the big chat.
We have a title. Thank you.
Just lost everybody.
Shannon, introduce your horse self.
Okay. My name is Shannon.
Nailed it.
Okay.
You know the answer to this.
I'm really milking this introduction. And who do I play? Well, I play Lash on Fun City and Beta on Float City. And I am, are we saying we're different types of horses? What's the game?
You can throw one in there.
I'm a tiny horse. I'm just a tiny horse.
Oh, I love the little miniature horse. I am a race horse.
Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice. Driven. Victory focused. I love it.
Yes,
Driven,
exactly.
fast,
This
young.
is responded to on your profile.
Good
Young.
haunches.
Yes.
When I was looking to get into a
legs.
relationship with 3 horses. I'm gonna let it go. I don't know how. Okay, someone else start the nacho part.
Okay.
I'm a dapple gray.
What is everybody drinking, first of all?
I have some frosé that Chris made for me.
Lovely.
I don't know what's in it, but it's delicious.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's lovely. I have a Mezcal Shot and a Margarita Gose.
Ooh.
But
2 shots?
getting crazy on the stream. Oh no.
Yes.
Amazing.
I
Shot.
respect.
The casual what's everyone drinking to like, well, thanks for asking me. I'm doing shots is amazing.
It was the whole reason that I brought it up.
And then what's that?
A Margarita Gose.
Ooh.
It's like a salty beer.
Nice.
Yum.
What is gose?
It's like the style of salty beer experience. It's a Cigar City Brewing. Tropical influence meets innovative brewing in this tart margarita-inspired ale.
Ooh.
Orange peel, lime, and salt. Yeah.
Wow.
Extremely appropriate.
I am drinking this folks beer.
Ooh.
Folks
Oh
beer.
yeah, you gotta put the hand
You
behind it.
You gotta do the influencer hand.
Yeah.
Oh, my light is
Bring it.
right in front.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like this.
What is it? It is a Berliner Weiss style ale brewed with citrus. It's very citrusy. I will say that.
Oh, I like the citrus situation. Very good. Very good.
I am not a beer drinker, but I do like the grapefruit beer thing, whatever that's called.
A grapefruit beer thing.
The grapefruit beer thing. There's a specific name for the one I'm thinking of.
Pims.
The chat,
No.
a sour.
No,
A Radler?
no, and I won't make nachos until I get the answer.
None of us will. You're making me think. I don't have a drink, but I think I want some water.
Yay, water.
The stuff of life.
We should all be
Ever heard of
drinking water also. There, look, Shannon's got a water.
Oh,
Water.
Chris said it's a Schaffer Hoffler or something. It's one of those.
Pure slurry. I love that. Pure slurry.
Should we start to talk about what nachos we're making?
Yes, look at that water clear.
A+ water, the best water
So
in the country, I would say.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
From
Good
California.
drink again.
Jen, what
Yeah.
nachos are you making?
Me, I am basically trying to clean my fridge. Here, I'm gonna show you my mise en place.
Ooh, that
Mise en
means
place.
French for stuff.
Everything in its
That
place.
means French.
That means
What that
French.
means.
I love it.
Okay, so we've got my chips. These are Santitas. I like the cheaper tortilla chips because, great. I have a vegan cheese called Cordelia. This is one of the few vegan cheese brands that I actually like. And this is the bold and spicy flavor, so it's already like a melty texture. But because I'm cleaning out the fridge and I wanted actual cheese also, I have a bunch of gorgonzola.
Whoa.
And
Now,
then
that is something I wouldn't even think you could put on a nacho.
I'm not gonna lie. Same comment.
you can put any cheese on nachos. It's just you need to shift the flavor profile when you think about the rest of the nacho composition. So I'm still going in that Tex-Mex direction, but like blue cheese is like super salty. And so I'm making sure that there's spiciness and fruitiness to balance it out. So I have a persimmon salsa that I made. This is on Patreon, actually.
Whoa.
Huge mistake to let you go first, Jen.
Yeah.
Carly, your fault,
This is a
Carly.
fatal
You asked
mistake.
for this. I got pickled jalapeno, and then I got a second pickled pepper, which is Calabrian.
Ooh.
Add a different, because the pickled jalapeno is like really pickly and tart, and then the Calabrian is more fermented and smoky and rich. So I have like the two pepper flavors. Also, I just like really spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I hate it when my nachos get really, really soggy from salsa. So instead of putting salsa on the whole thing later, I mix the salsa with the chicken so that it absorbs a lot of that liquid. And so in the oven, the chicken is going to dry up and crisp up. And it's going to be salsa flavored.
Wow.
That's genius.
Easy life hack. And then the cold stuff going on at the end, I have like chopped cilantro with the stems because I like extra crunchies. Creme fraiche instead of sour cream because I'm fancy. And
She admits it.
and some limes. Yeah, that's my nachos. They're a little extra, but you should know that getting into this with me.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, I don't need to go because I'm doing the same thing. So we can just skip me for now.
Oh, tell me what you're doing.
In the chat, we got some comments. We have Pixelrist says Jen with the big brain nachos, nacho school. Lots of support on the chat.
I know I'm extra, but we knew this was happening, right?
Yeah.
It's what
That's
we
amazing.
want. It's what the people at home want, and the people at home is me.
It's all of us. It's all of us.
If you think about it, it is all of us.
It's all of us at home.
And I'm thinking about it.
My nacho preparation is on a spectrum. There are days when I just broil it in the oven with just like the shredded cheese, and sometimes I don't even heat it because I don't even have a microwave. I'm just like cold cheese, like what?
Yum.
Yeah, because that's all I want. I want the crunchy and I want the cheese. That's all that's important to me.
Yeah.
So, folks, I'm going to bring you to that side of the spectrum. For my
Yes.
preparation. Say hello to the Costco size shredded cheese that I accidentally bought.
Oh yeah.
This is-
So much
I have
cheese.
It's just, how much actually is it? I have no idea. It's 2.5 pounds. I'm not using all of it, but
Use it all.
I spill it. Then, what?
Amazing. No, that's amazing.
Tostitos. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
They're chips, and this is the kind that's the normal kind.
You don't got the lime tinge on them.
All right, and then last but not least, salsa.
Hey, twinsy, I use that salsa.
Ooh, yum.
It's great. This is really lovely. It came from Fresh Direct because I ordered it.
That's a local brand here, so they're great.
They're great. It was great. Very delicious. Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Love.
That's it. You're looking at it. I might have cilantro in the fridge, but I might not do anything about it.
You can regard it. You can put it in a vase with a little water and regard the cilantro.
Yeah.
Look at it while I'm eating.
Pixel Rib says more cheese than chips with the claps.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
I'm a fan.
Agreed.
I'm a fan.
Who wants to go next? Shannon, it's you or me.
I can go. Okay, what I'm doing here is the only chips that were left in the store were these blue corn chips.
Very nice.
So I got those.
Gorgeous.
So it's a blue corn chip, and I saw that. I was just, I was going through the links that Jen posted, and she has a nacho recipe that's with blue corn chips.
Yeah.
And I saw it on her Thrillist.
I was delighted by that thread.
Do we know
Yes.
what are we talking about when we're talking about blue corn chips? What's the difference?
Good cue.
That's when Bello turns into a piece of corn.
These are tiefling chips?
Albie's like, I love nachos.
No,
I'd love to know the real answer.
Nosebleed salsa all over it.
Yes, perfect.
And then I made some queso with some shredded cheese because I had some milk and shredded cheese. And then I made some black beans with some onions and garlic and a can of black beans.
Yay!
And then
Awesome.
I have, the most important part of my nachos is right here. Oops. That was on my computer.
You're getting them everywhere on your computer.
Okay, ready?
Yes,
That's
yes.
If we can all see that is the shredded olive that is going on my nachos. And
I love it.
and I got some
I
avocado.
love that. Wait, I got.
I'm obsessed with the influencer hand.
I dropped the jalapeno on my computer, and now there's jalapeno juice on my computer.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna just, load that all together, and we're gonna have a blue corn nacho party.
Yeah.
In this house.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
Exceptional stuff.
the blue, if it's not an artificial ingredient in the ingredients, I haven't looked myself. It is just from a different variety of corn. There are hundreds of varieties of corn, and they're very different colors. There's red, there's yellow, there's white, and there's blue. So.
Oh yeah, I can picture that. That makes sense.
That sounds beautiful.
This one says organic whole ground blue corn.
There you go.
So maybe.
Nice.
There's your answer, America.
It's ridiculous, and I love it.
Legit. Carly, bring us home.
Yes.
Okay, so I am trying to make vegan nachos, completely vegan nachos for the very first time. So I'm going to be using this chorizo seitan.
Ooh.
Chorizo, of all the like fake proteins, which I am definitely trying to get accustomed to. I'm not vegan, but once in a while I'm like, I should try this. And chorizo, because you just want the salty, spicy, crumbly texture, at least that's what I want. I feel like vegan chorizo is a really excellent substitute. So I'm trying that along with some vegetarian refried beans and pickled jalapenos.
Hey.
Sochil salsa.
Nice.
Kite Hill almond and coconut fake sour cream. And I'm going to try to make my own queso with some, and I'll show you how I'm doing it. Where did I put them?
You lost the queso already.
You're over here.
Okay. So I soaked some, you don't need to see this, it's not exciting, but I soaked some
this is great.
cashews. They've been soaking for a little more than half an hour. I'm going to put them in the blender with my little spice blend.
Yes, cute.
This is nutritional yeast, cumin, chili powder, and chopped garlic, as well as...
You should put a splash of your pickled jalapeno juice in there also.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm going to try this tapenade harissa.
Ooh, yeah.
And add that to the queso too. So I'm actually going to start to blend that up right now. And I'm going to go on mute.
Good.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, you want to know something interesting about my kitchen that is happening?
Tell us,
in
Shannon.
my kitchen.
What is going on?
I'm not a chef. I'm not really a chef. I gotta admit, I'm not really a chef.
Oh, what?
Get off of the stream. Get out of here.
Oh my gosh.
So Matt, my partner, normally does all the cooking. He's gone for the next couple of weeks. And the thing about our spices, which I think is not very nice, is a bunch of them have no labels. So for example,
What?
yeah, only a crazy person would do that, but because I guess he knows what the spices are. So I'm hoping this is cumin. This is what I've been using as cumin.
Cinnamon.
I hope it's not cinnamon. Okay.
Well, you would know right away, I think.
One would think, but do I really?
That looks
know?
like garlic powder.
No,
Well,
I don't
I
think
would
it's.
say
I can't.
this would be a truly horrible use of the internet.
Now I can see.
It is a bummer for there to be a certain type of information that you can't be like, what does cumin smell like?
Yeah.
And then as someone who doesn't have a great brain for like mixing flavors in my head or like recalling what things taste like in my mind, I would want to just be able to smell it, but that I do not want an internet that like pours smells in my face.
Oh no.
I don't want
for this specific reason,
Yes.
it would be good.
Yes.
It's nice to be like, that's what that is. Okay, this is what this is.
All right, I got
colors.
Two educational tidbits. One, I keep kitchen tape or painter's tape in the house with a Sharpie to label everything and put the date on every leftover tub that I have so that I know when to throw it away. And number two, when it comes to pairing things, my favorite book is the Flavor Bible. Have you heard of this book?
Chris just put it in the chat.
Hey, there you go.
We have a copy of the Bible.
Oh,
Tell me more.
Same brain, Chris. Yeah, the Flavor Bible is a little, it's kind of like a newer type of reference book where it lists a lot of common ingredients, and instead of defining what it is, it tells you flavor affinity. So the most strongest pairings will appear in bold, and then like lighter pairings are like, maybe it might make sense as in like, italics. But basically they surveyed like hundreds of chefs to put this reference together, and it's been pretty helpful for me in like my work, and I reference it all the time. And they actually have like a free snippet on their website. So you can like try to, like, if it's like really common stuff like lemons or vanilla or cherries, like they'll have it there.
That does make me wonder if there's chefs that are like, this chef, it's like the Myers-Briggs of chefs where it's like, we think that these flavors work together, and these chefs are like, that's ridiculous. Like,
I love that.
But then you could like find out because
there's a consensus. Yeah,
because it's not fully objective, because I don't like all the shit that they serve in restaurants, which that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is wrong, but I just feel like there must be some kind of like palate similarity.
Yeah, and generally when you go to culinary school, they teach you about balance, and actually that's going to be very relevant to what we're all going to be doing right now. So for example, I have something that is very savory. How do you balance something that is super, super savory, like too much umami, like to pretend that I put like a bunch of soy sauce on this? How would I reduce the amount of salt and umami?
Yeah.
You would add something like citrus or add something fresh like a cilantro. So that's why nachos are so amazing, is because they have incredible balance.
Yes. And there should be a thing called the Mistake Bible, which is I made many mistakes in my cooking. How do I fix it?
I don't want that I want that for everything, not just cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Mistake Bible,
actually, this is my first cookbook proposal, and it got rejected.
I'm not loving the queso yet.
What?
Oh no! Wait, tell us more. What do you got in there?
Why? What do you need?
I think it's a little. See, I had to improvise a little bit because the recipe I was following from Minimalist Baker was like, if you have use a NutriBullet or a high-powered blender, which I don't have, so I soaked the cashews and I included the water because the original recipe has water.
Right.
And I think that maybe was a mistake. I don't know, because I'm not getting a ton of flavor, and it's also like really liquidy. You can sort of.
Ooh, do you have a cheesecloth and a strainer?
Do I have a cheesecloth?
Here we go, the Mistake Bible in action. Okay.
Wait, did you say you pitched this book and is it getting made or what?
No.
Make them watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. We used to have a cheesecloth.
It's like having an on-call doctor, like an on-call chef. That's like,
or just
oh no.
Strainer, actually, if you just do a strainer over a bowl, let it sit for a minute, it'll get some of the liquid out.
Yeah, that'd be a good service, and like that's
So here's what I'm wondering.
Tell us.
I mentioned this to you guys on the
Oh my God.
Cheesecloth.
What friggin' horror movie. Sorry, it's a man just appeared from underneath the counter over your
That
shoulder.
was a horse, not a mare. I thought this was an all mare stream. I think this
Yeah,
is
no stallions. Thank you.
The human man.
Ew.
He's come to brush me. Before I try, I'm wondering, I had this thought that would it be terrible if I tried to melt some Daya in here?
I don't know. Unpredictable ingredient. I don't know. I've never really worked with it.
Is that cheese? Big cheese?
I would say that like,
It's like tapioca based. It's pretty good at melting.
oh, then yeah, I would say on low heat.
I'm gonna try it.
Make sure the bottom doesn't burn.
What if you melt the cheese and then you slowly add it into the other thing?
Yes, tempering. That's a great idea. Or since the cashew is mostly liquid, she would start with that on the stove.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with that just because the Daya will I think immediately burn if it doesn't have some kind of medium there.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, so Daya has tapioca starch. Most other shredded cheeses, like the one Allie has cornstarch tossed into it.
Really?
So that the shreds stay separate. Because if you didn't have the cornstarch, they would be stuck together in a ball.
It's potato starch.
Oh, yours has potato. Okay.
Added to
There's always
prevent
some kind of
baking.
What does mine have? What's my cheese?
Everyone's gonna look at the back of their cheese packages now. Like, I swear to you, every shredded cheese has some kind of starch mixed into it.
Yeah.
Oh.
My kitchen's about to get disgusting.
Why?
I'm just making and abandoning messes every which way I go.
Welcome to cooking. I love it.
Cellulose in it.
Well, don't let me hold people up if they're ready to assemble their nachos. This is gonna take.
I'm gonna move my camera so everybody can just watch me do this, but I will happily still answer questions about nachos. So
Yeah, I'll do that.
Great. I would love to hear as you go through why you're putting things, the layer that you're putting them.
oh yeah, I'm actually doing just a single because I'm not gonna eat a lot. I have this very small appetite.
But like, I guess in that case, like why something first versus last?
These are great questions. So I'm going to do all the ingredients that I'm going to put in the oven or that will benefit from the oven. So the chicken, my vegan cheese, my blue cheese, and then I'm going to keep all the cold stuff for the end because I don't want them to make everything soggy.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So don't put the salsa in the oven.
Only if you want to. That's a personal preference for me. Like I don't really like it making things soggy. But if you want them a little bit dried on your chip, that's another really fun thing. But depends. It depends. Depends what you like.
And you don't put sour. You put sour cream at the end?
I put sour cream at the end.
Okay.
Hot sour cream sounds really, I don't know, not appetizing to me.
I hope you guys saw me sniff my pits over there.
I didn't. Can you take that back?
Want a reenactment?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is camera one.
Yep.
What's happening?
Wait, can we go to camera 2?
Yeah, camera 2 is this.
I just put my vegan cheese.
We're going with the shot from camera 2. There's a lot more going on there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
Blue cheese. The blue cheese is going up. I'm not going to use a lot because blue cheese is strong. And I was on like Guy Fieri's show like 3 years ago, Grocery Games, and I made a blue cheese queso on the show. And one of the judges said that it reminded him of huitlacoche, which is the corn smut or corn mold that is used in a lot of Latin American cooking. Funky.
Corn smut?
Corn smut, that's a real thing.
I love that.
Yeah. I've only had it once or twice in smaller dishes, but I've never actually gotten to play with the ingredient. If you Google it, it looks like gnarly and awesome. It's like this giant blue corn that has like puffy mold all over it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put one of my chilies on because I think they're a little wet and they could benefit from drying out in the oven a little bit.
I love this plan.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear in the chat if if we are missing any ingredient that everyone
Oh yeah.
loves to add to their. I want to hear what the listeners at home freaking love.
Yeah.
What did we forget? Because I have a little bit of a fancy version of sour cream, but I definitely don't have sour cream. I would have liked to.
Creme fraiche. I wonder if I have sour cream. That's a good question.
Okay, we have I love putting down aluminum foil so I don't have to wash my baking sheets.
True. That's true. All right.
Chips, cheese, and chicken.
Chicken. My salsa soaked chicken. See, it's not wet at all, which is great.
Okay, should I put beans down first or queso down first, or does it matter?
Up to you, actually. I maybe go cheese beans.
Okay.
But you know, it's like a scatter, so I'm like.
I think my queso's gotten a little chunky.
It's okay. The oven will melt everything together.
Okay.
It's all going into your belly.
That's true.
I think we have queso.
Yes, really?
I think so.
Did it seize up on the stove?
A little. But it's not like, it got a little bit like, it's definitely thickened up very quickly. And it got just a little bit grainy, but I think that's okay. If this was, a competition, I would see myself to the door, but this is just for me.
Good.
Yeah, maybe we should have a moment where we're all talking like it's a competition, like, oh, I'm gonna have to abandon the queso.
I lose my cool. I just
no. The oven will help. Will cure all the errors here. Like
good. How did you guys get to camera too? I'm doing this now. Oh, I did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Kind of.
So professional in your apron. One of the things I hate from reality television is they instruct you or direct you to look at your dish. Like after they've cleaned the station and you're sitting on the thing and waiting to be judged, there's this whole like montage of everybody looking at their freaking dishes. They do it on Bake Off, they do it on Top Chef, they do it everywhere, and I hate it.
Wait,
you don't like
that
this? You don't
so
like
true.
You don't like the moody pan from baker to baker as they look glumly at their.
Oh my god, I look so annoyed in the version that I had to do on TV. Like I look so annoyed. I'm like.
You were on Flavortown, is that what you said?
Yeah, well, I was on Grocery Games.
What? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, I want to hear more too.
What?
Did you know Guy Fieri has like this 10 plus season of like a supermarket sweep type show?
No. Where does he find the time?
I know. He's super busy. I don't understand. But
I'm really fucking this up.
He doesn't like to shoot his shows in New York. So he built his own studio and like hires his own crew to do his show out in California. And they're very nice. They like fly everybody. They give you a hotel room. They give you per diem, which is like a better deal production wise, opinion. But it's like supermarket sweep. There's like little games, and then you have to cook a dish. You run through the store, grab ingredients, and cook a dish in 30 minutes. So it's like chop plus running.
That's really cool.
It's really cool, but like the shopping cart has like $5,000 worth of cameras on it, and it's heavy, and you're like trying to run with this shopping cart.
Are you so? Think it's in a supermarket, and it's not like Chopped where you're surprised at the ingredients.
Well, it's not a regular supermarket. It's literally Guy Fieri's fake supermarket in a warehouse. So it has like really fancy stuff in it, and he actually doesn't know all of the ingredients. So it was really like our interactions were pretty funny. He was like, "I had this in here. Are you serious?"
He seems really sweet.
Yeah, he's very, very nice. And for anyone who wants to watch it later, it's season 10, episode 10, episode 5, the cheesy special. Clearly, because I love cheese.
Amazing.
I love this.
Ah.
I love this for you, and I love this for us.
I've been to, has anyone else been to Guy Fieri's restaurant in Las Vegas?
Yes.
No.
You have?
I have.
Can we talk about the outfits that everybody wears, which are 100% jean and edgy as heck?
Okay.
Well, okay, I have a little bit of a gripe with both the New York. Okay, so I've been to both. So I've been to the New York location before it closed and the Vegas one.
Never went to the New York one.
My gripe is they are not committed to the bit, you know? They walk up and they're like, what would you like to order? If I were at Guy Fieri's restaurant, if I worked there, I'd be like, hey, everybody,
Yeah.
would you like a bucket of nachos? Why are you ordering a bucket of nachos with donkey sauce? You know, like I'd be like extra one.
You're like Randy Savage.
Extremely high burnout rate on that, though.
No one was in. Like no one was in it. They were like, would you like your margarita? And I was like, yeah, okay.
Tell it to me, baby.
Yeah. Are you gonna pour it down my gullet for me? So yeah, I mean the dishes are great. Like the bucket of nachos, like my mom wanted to get.
I do not remember the food. I just remember the 100% jean outfits. I'm gonna be honest.
The 100% jean outfits were hilarious also. So that redeeming quality, I would say. But I would have wanted them to really commit to the Guy Fieri ethos. Yeah. Yelling and bleached hair and sunglasses on the back of his head. How are we doing with everybody's nachos? Are you assembled?
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready.
I'm almost there.
I am. I think I put everything on that goes in the oven.
Great.
Wait, sorry. Are people putting their jalapenos in or not?
I'm not. I'm putting some other peppers, but they're really wet, so that's why I wanted to dry them out a little bit.
Okay, that makes sense.
I believe I built my process out long enough that I matched you guys.
I know, you were waiting and then you just amazing. Good timing.
I think I'm gonna try to put them in.
All right, me too.
Same.
Here, I'll
Wait, should we all show ours?
Here.
Oh yeah.
I'm going here. All right. Alexa, set a timer.
Show real quick.
Ooh.
Oh,
Look at all those sliced olives.
should I have done that?
Yeah. Here we go.
It's gonna look prettier soon.
So all we're looking for is the cheese to be melted and bubbly.
Okay.
All the proteins are already cooked. Like there's no wrong time to take it out, but optimally we want the cheese to be melted.
What if your cheese is fake made out of nuts, like yours is?
Well, yeah, it just needs to be warm.
Warm, great. I'm wondering if I might get some bubbles.
Yeah, you might want to watch the edges of it to see when they bubble, because it will dry. Ooh, Shannon's got some avocado.
And can you please,
Don't do that with the knife. Please put that in the knife.
thank you.
Oh, an avocado.
See how well I cut my avocado in half? It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you want it. And you kind of want it like that because that really accentuates the flavor when you get it all like messed up like that. It tastes really good.
Look what I found.
Okay.
Oh,
Speaking of the mayor of Flavor Town,
So for me.
both of you.
yeah, here's a trick for anybody who is prepping with herbs in general. When they're super wet after you've just taken them, out of the sink and you wash them, you can put them on a damp paper towel and they will stay fresh if you just. I've kept mine covered until I'm about to use them.
I love this. I'm gonna
look at you chopping some scallion. I wish we had like that Iron Chef commentator that was just like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Someone in the chat said that about like Chris coming in and eating a bell pepper, and I was yes, I want that.
Wait, somebody said I have the saddest cilantro.
No,
come on.
Cilantro was joyful.
It was just
yeah, look at this. This is totally fine.
Her cilantro has found joy and rest.
Yeah, Shannon's cilantro is very voluminous because there's a lot of it. Yeah, look at that. Look, you know how to store cilantro. Look at that.
Well, what happened was this was all in the fridge, and then I got very sad because it drooped. And then I said, well, what if I put it in water? And look at that.
That was the right logic. This trick also works for dill, parsley, any fresh herbs. Not the woody herbs. I would say the rosemary and thyme don't really benefit from that. Oh, that trick also works for asparagus.
Oh. Wait, I have a question, Jen, about cooking shows.
Yes.
Is everyone eating the food cold because they have to do so much like B-roll and stuff?
Oh my God. It's funny. There's TV magic there. So as soon as the timer is done and they say like, put your, stop touching the food, production assistants rush in and grab all the finished dishes. And so in reality, we're making like 5 or 6 plates of it, because one is the beauty that goes into a room that gets shot nicely, and then the other 4 go to the judges. But as soon as it's done, somebody's grabbing it, putting it in a hot holding oven or in the freezer if it's ice cream, until judgment. So they actually take care of the food, but as soon as the timer's up, you can't touch it anymore. It's like, damn.
Yeah. When I have like a really nice like PA that's just gonna like kind of
trip,
like,
oh,
trip, yeah.
Jen, you're a food stylist too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Does food look better hot or cold, or does it vary?
It varies.
I'm sure that like for ice cream, you don't want it to look hot, but for like, I'm curious if like a burger, for example, looks better at like room temperature or piping hot.
This is a great question. A lot of foods benefit visually from its freshest situation. So burger, for example, has a lot of fat in it. And so if it were cold, you would start to see the opaque fat and start to speckle the outside. There are different schools of food styling. And, oh, Alexa, stop. Sorry, everybody.
Alexa!
No. I'm just checking.
Mine
are not quite ready yet. But after I answer this question, so there are a few schools of like visuals when it comes to food styling. There are the people from like the 80s and 90s that wanted to fake everything. Like there's this great YouTube video of like Pizza Hut trying to do a perfect cheese pull, and it took like 18 hours for them to get it right because they had all these fake like chemicals and like trying to fake it. But I definitely come from like the realist school of of food styling, which is a la minute, which is making things of the moment. And that means if I mess up a dish right before the shot, I had to have already prepped 3 or 4 versions of it.
Okay,
so
wow.
I'll like, oh, that pie, we cut into it accidentally. There's the other pie. So food styling is a little bit of troubleshooting and prep, but it's really fun.
I think it's so cool and fascinating. And I remember talking to a friend of ours who is a photographer, and he was saying that like for a while there anyway, there was like, I think one like woman who like, she was like the ice cream pro. Like if you needed ice cream style, you'd call this person. I just think that what a cool world.
Yeah, I've worked with some really epic people on some books and some magazine shoots. Like the one name that really sticks out all the time is Victoria Granoff. Oh, wow.
Allie, beautiful.
Master.
I'm calling it.
Valerie Burnoff?
Yes, let's talk about, I don't know the name of the stylist from Hannibal, but I'm familiar with their work. Like
Janice Poon.
I've never watched the show. I've only watched segments on YouTube of the of the food spreads and like the montages of prepping food. It's very, very gorgeous and sensual.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It all looks disgusting and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
all for eating it, but I would.
Yeah, I can't deal with the shiny of it all.
Shannon, how you doing?
I took my nachos out.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Because, I mean, I think they were cooked. Because I cooked the beans and I cooked the
everything
cheese.
is already cooked. You're just trying to amalgamate.
Yeah.
How's it look, Shannon?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to think of how I
That's good.
Bring it by. Let's see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I just gotta be careful not to burn myself. I always do that.
Let's all not burn ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, great.
Mine is not. I don't think mine's ready. Well, who knows, really?
Now, how long do I wait for it to cool before adding the extra stuff?
You could just go if you're gonna eat it right away.
Okay.
I mean, I don't.
I don't know what I'm waiting to happen with this, so I'm just taking it out now.
Yeah, let's just eat nachos. Okay, so I'm gonna finish mine too here. So I'm gonna go with my persimmon salsa.
You see, this is really a technique you want to do with the guacamole.
I love that you made guacamole. Like I did not go that far.
I was wondering if anyone was going to, because I can't eat avocado.
Wait, why?
I have like a sensitivity to it. It makes my stomach cramp.
Oh no.
Oh.
I should save that for later.
Well, I can't have your nachos. I'm allergic to coconut.
Oh no.
Is that a weird allergy?
Gosh, that would make me so sad.
Yeah, my people are from an island country, so I don't understand what that's about. Okay. We got nachos happening.
I'm gonna just play it cool, but I did burn my hand a little bit.
Oh no! Cold running water.
I thought we agreed not to do that.
I actually didn't. I don't think I said anything, and I should have.
You absolutely should have. Come on.
Now I promise.
Okay,
All right, this is
cold running water. Hey, anyone else who in the chat, like if you ever burn yourself, cold running water and not ice, because ice will shock your skin and not help you react well to the burn. So cold running water always.
I don't want to be shocked. The problem with this vegan stuff is that it doesn't quite dollop the way I want it to. I'm kind of getting it though.
Dollop. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just too cold, right? Maybe.
No, it's been out for a little bit.
Oh,
You
it's
can really see
really-
the coconut.
really thick, huh?
You know, coconut has that like kind of matte finish to it.
Yeah, it's one of those fats that coagulates at room temperature.
That's what it's doing. I'm almost done. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We got nachos up in here. All right, I'm almost done as well.
How do I make this? Yeah, sour cream.
Just getting started.
Another food styling trick, odd numbers. I might use some of my jalapeno brine to make a green sheen here on the.
I love cilantro.
I got my limes. Oops, I'm just gonna throw limes onto the pan. No, I'm gonna squeeze them.
Bam. Right? That's it.
Boom.
Yeah, Allie, yeah.
You got this giant bag of cheese. I'm very into the giant bag of cheese. Very jealous.
Look, at Costco, they deliver from Instacart. I guess that's just Instacart delivering.
Oh, they do? Oh, didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to have a membership, which I was surprised about.
I don't think these weirdos look half bad.
Yeah!
Check them out, everybody.
Nachos, everybody. Don't burn yourself on the pans.
I know, I'm like being an idiot.
Okay, I'm almost there. I just stuck cilantro.
Someone take a screen grab.
Is someone gonna screenshot this? Oh wait, I'll go control 3.
Oh, don't burn your face on the pan, everyone. I got very close.
Oh, I did it wrong.
It's not worth it.
Do it again, my thighs are on fire.
I'm eating. I can't wait.
Someone's screenshotting this. I hope you are.
Someone in the chat.
Hold it for 10 minutes. Someone will do it.
All right, now we can enjoy our nachos, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna take a nice picture of mine.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so
I mean, do you
bored.
want to try the vegan ones or do you want to make regular for yourself?
Oh, ASMR with the chimneys.
Yeah. I want to get the perfect
Nachos.
This is the thing is you always want to get the perfect chip that has everything on it.
Agreed.
You know, when I moved to New York and like I ordered nachos once, I was very dismayed when they were individually served.
Oh yeah.
Where was that?
Not Californian. What is going on?
Where did you get those?
What does that mean?
Where are the best chips? I mean, nachos in New York. I would love to know what everyone thinks.
I don't know. Actually, the nachos at Commodore in Williamsburg, I really like.
Their fried chicken's amazing.
Right?
Yeah, their fried chicken is also very amazing.
Oh, they smell good.
Oh, hi, Corinne.
Italian.
Bye.
What is this non-mayor doing on the street? I'm just kidding.
I was invited.
Scallions before stallions. Am I right, ladies?
Scallions before stallions. Love it.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Perfect bite.
Oh my
This is
god.
the part where we're just. I hope some people at home are also eating nachos because now we're just eating nachos.
Is anyone else eating nachos?
Hey, if you're eating nachos, please tweet us your nacho photos or put it in our respective discords. We have a Fun City Discord and there's a Rude Tales Discord. I'm in both.
Yeah.
Because I'm a super fan.
No, if you're just tuning in because you were searching nacho streams on Twitch,
Yeah.
in case you don't know it, we are kind of promoting, we're promoting 2 podcasts.
We're chatting.
We're chatting.
We're just chatting. But we're promoting 2 excellent podcasts.
These are insane.
You're good?
Hey.
Your
Cash
reviews are in.
I guess I can't write my recipe blog where I'm like, hubby hates it, but so yeah, we're promoting Fun City, which is Shadowrun. But you guys are you playing something else right now?
We're playing Still Fleet right now, which is written by White Marshall. It's a not released tabletop RPG, but there is a quick start guide on itch right now that you can check out. The game is set 100 million years in the future in space.
Nice.
And it's really fun.
I mean, if you think about it, everything's set in space. So, if you think about it, everything's set in space.
True. She's
Oh, wow.
All right.
True.
also talking about Rude Tales Magic, that these 2 mares, oh, actually, I don't know where you are geographically on the screen. Carly and Allie are on it, and I love it very much. I've never played D&D until recently, and so that was kind of my crash course into understanding the game.
I mean, I'm not sure it would be helpful, to be totally frank. we don't play by all of the rules, but yeah, it's your classic D&D. What do you call it? Actual play, but more than that, even. I don't know how to pitch the podcast. Carly, take over.
More than that, it's a story. And I always say that if you have nothing else in life, you have your story. Because the story lives.
Carly, your audio.
My audio?
Your microphone, can you move it toward you? There you go.
My microphone was facing away from me.
There you go.
There she is.
But stories, it's a story which contains smaller stories within it.
Amazing production value.
In a story.
Mm-hmm.
With very lovable characters and many voices.
Many voices provided by ourselves, our DM, Branson Reese.
Who drew this shirt that I'm wearing, by the way?
Yes.
I would show off the Fun City merch, but we don't have it yet.
But
What are you guys working on? Are you allowed
I'm on something. Make it happen.
We're gonna make it happen.
Okay.
We want to. We will make it happen.
we're in the midst of making it happen.
Yes.
That's very exciting.
Thanks to lovely people in our Discord. We're very, very excited.
I love that.
Did I see Bijan in the chat earlier? Are you still here?
He was in there earlier.
In the chat.
And Mike is here also, and Taylor.
Taylor's here in the chat.
Our boys.
Papa
fellas.
Papa Tato.
Our sweet boys.
Man, I'm so these nachos. I keep forgetting there's like people sitting here.
I know.
I know.
I'm really just like, oh, I love nachos. That's it.
If I put the mic next to my cheek while I chew.
I
Oh, yeah.
totally forgotten that you
ASMR.
could just make nachos. Like
ASMR,
that's just a dinner choice is nachos, and I am so happy for this stream because I had the chance to.
This is an opportunity.
It never occurs to me to make nachos, and I'm not sure why. I think I'm always like, oh, I probably should make it into something else, as if like making it into tacos is healthier or something.
No, I mean, taco is still tortilla. These are just crunchier. Just
Right. Why do we have in our head that we shouldn't eat nachos? Like that's
we
the
should be
problem.
eating nachos all the time.
That's the problem.
Where does this come from?
So in addition to balance of flavors, we have a balance of textures, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's probably why I'm drawn to nachos at
I
all.
wonder if it's possible to make nachos that are entirely crunchy. What would you do?
You could definitely dry out cheese in the oven to make it crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've definitely seen like cheese cookies that are like crisps. You know,
Yeah.
you can crumble them, but like none of it will stay on the chip.
What if the cheese crackers or cheese crisps were the chips?
Oh shit.
What if? I'm sweating like a hog right now.
Entirely
Me
possible.
too.
Entirely
How greasy I am.
I have the same sense of like, I'm just sitting here sweating eating nachos on like a webcam.
This is a mukbang.
Situation.
Oh my gosh, it's our first mukbang. We're gonna be Korean superstars.
What?
You know, there's a whole trend on YouTube of watching people eat things.
Really?
Yeah, it's called mukbang.
Is there a just eating channel?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just chatting? Is there really? Should we
Oh
switch?
no.
No, but it is like a phenomenon. And
It's like a thing, yeah.
if I'm remembering this correctly, it's like huge quantities of food too.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
There was a guy a couple weeks ago that was trying to put cheese in a chocolate fountain, but he put the wrong type of cheese and it like got all tangled up in the cheese fountain.
Tangled.
Yeah,
Wait,
because
what?
Not what I want to hear.
I know. Yeah, so he used Swiss cheese, which is correct when you're trying to make like fondue dippable type of things.
Yeah.
When it comes to a mechanical situation, like imagine that a cheese fountain or a chocolate fountain has all this like height, right? The cheese is hot in only a certain area by the power supply, which is down at the bottom.
And then
As it goes up, it's cooling and solidifying. And so when it comes out,
Chocolate?
chocolate works because it will stay liquid for a longer amount of time, but cheese will seize up really quickly at room temperature. And so this poor YouTuber just got slapped by all this like cheese strings that are like coming out. And he's just like, oh my God. But he tried it again a couple weeks.
he got slapped.
He got slapped by all this cheese, like, oh God. But yeah, he like tried a different cheese, which was more viscous or more like nacho cheese that didn't have a lot of the Swiss stringies, and it was able to flow. Like, so it's a matter of
Good for him getting back on the horse.
density. Yeah.
Get your cheese
I
to
don't
flow
know.
2020.
I don't know if I got slapped by cheese on the internet, if I would ever go back on the internet with cheese. So
Yeah. I might call that like a sign.
Slap me once, shame on you. Slap me twice. I picked the wrong cheese again.
You know, vegan cheese would actually work in a cheese fountain.
Allie, thank you.
There's no shame. Shame on you. And then what is it shame on me? No, I just picked the wrong cheese.
There's a lot of cheeses.
There are so many cheeses. I used to work at a cheese shop.
Me too.
Which one?
Brooklyn Larder.
Oh, really? I was at Murray's.
Oh, amazing.
5 years. Yeah.
Murray's is incredible.
Murray's has a cave underneath the store where they age all the cheeses. And that's actually where I spent the most time, which was like a cheese librarian.
It was so cold in the cheese room.
So cold.
We had, I mean, they probably still have it. I don't work there anymore though. Really nice people. They had a cheese, like walk-in fridge in the back, in the back of the top floor. And you'd go in there to get the cheese and you'd just be like freezing your ass off the entire time.
Tim, right? Tim works there, or used to.
Who?
One of the guys from Murray's went over to Brooklyn Larder. His name was Tim.
Oh yeah. Wait, does Tim have glasses? Huh? Tall with like kind of. Oh my God, he's the sweetest. Yes. Tim.
Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Tim. You're welcome.
Shout out to Tim. Tim, we love you.
He's family.
I am gonna get some more frosé.
Oh yeah, Murray recently started selling mac and cheese bowls. Yeah. Yeah, I love what they do.
Okay, so I'm biased because I'm from Seattle, but the Beecher's mac and cheese.
Beecher's, yeah.
In the fucking oven or microwave or whatever, it's so good. Guys, get on this.
I admire Beecher's.
What?
What is it called?
Beecher's.
We have a Beecher's in Manhattan.
We do. There's one in the Flatiron District.
One of our very first dates.
Oh yeah, Carly. They have cheese sandwiches that are really good, and Carly came and visited me at work.
And they had really good homemade cookies.
Very good, very like salty chocolate chip.
I used to go there for happy hour all the time because their wine special was like $10 or something.
Oh yeah, downstairs.
Love talking about cheese.
While eating cheese.
While eating lots and lots of cheese.
Any cheese heads in the comment section in the chat?
No.
Ask me anything about
like
cheese.
There's a lot of people from Seattle, maybe, because
well, that's Beecher's. Beecher's was. It's funny because I used to work by Pike Place Market, which is where like.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
the Beecher's is right there.
Exactly. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if that's the only location or not, but they have they make the cheese there, so like the big tubs.
It's so fun to watch.
And stuff, yeah. And then I moved to New York, and shortly thereafter, within the same like several block space, a Beecher's opened up right next to my new office. It was like
I know where your office is then.
From the universe.
It's amazing.
Lovely.
Shannon, what is your relationship to cheese, Shannon?
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I like it.
I don't tolerate getting slapped by it.
I do have a monologue about cheese. I feel like I'm thinking of a monologue. Is that when I was younger, for some reason, my mom got in her head that I didn't like cheese. Oh. And you know, when moms have this idea in their head that like you don't like something, it's like nothing can ever change. It's like, but you don't like that.
Yeah, my mom is also stuck on a few things like that too.
Exactly. So my mom's like, you don't like cheese. And I'm like, maybe when I was like 5, I didn't like cheese, but I like cheese and I've liked cheese for a long time. But I feel like even now I'll go home and she'll be like, but you don't like cheese. And I'm like, no, I like cheese.
Do you come from a family with do you have a lot of siblings?
I'm a middle child, 2 sisters.
So I wonder if that was like a thing that your mom did to like kind of keep feeding you guys straight, where it's like, okay, Shannon doesn't like cheese, and then like it's stuck.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but I feel like as a kid, my vibe was kind of like I ate everything.
That's a great vibe for a kid. I did not have that vibe.
I wasn't very picky.
Let's see. Malcat had a question in the chat. I'm allergic to penicillin, but can I eat blue cheese? Well, I can eat blue cheese just fine. Blue cheese has a penicillin mold in it, doesn't it? This is an amazing question because it's complicated. So all blue cheese is inoculated with a mold but there are two different strains. So you might be allergic to one and not the other. They're both named penicillium. And so if you haven't reacted to the one penicillium, that means that you are allergic to the other one.
So does the particular strain of mold define in part with what type of blue cheese it is?
Yes.
So what would a Shropshire? So would a Shropshire have a different one than like a Danish?
I don't remember specifically which ones have which, but I do remember one of them is called Penicillium roqueforti, which is like Roquefort cheese blue mold. And I don't remember the other penicillium. There's like two. But yeah, so if you remember what cheese you were not allergic to, keep eating that one. And maybe be careful if you branch out to other blue cheeses, because they all are inoculated with the penicillium.
Can you break down what so when I hear inoculated, I think that this blue cheese will not get sick.
Good.
So eat the cheeses first.
Don't get COVID.
That's my vaccine program.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You're behind a million cheeses in the vaccine.
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. In the cheese making process, okay, so let's back up to 101. So we have milk, like whole milk that's not pasteurized. You need to agitate it to make curds and whey. And so one way to agitate it is add an acid or a rennet. And if you add like lemon juice to milk and boil that, you're going to get ricotta cheese. You take that further with other types of cheese. So we use rennets, which are scraped from the fourth stomach of a ruminant animal, meaning cows or sheep or goats. And that is used to separate the curds from the whey in commercial production. In Spain, when they make a lot of sheep cheese, they use thistles to do that, which is very fascinating.
Like the plant?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Thistles have a coagulant in them that make the milk separate from itself, like the fats and whey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fascinating. But when it comes to mold, during the cheese making process, it is stirred while it is still in a liquid form. And some cheeses are then strained and then left to age in a dry room or a humidified room, depending on which kind of cheese you're making. And that is when the mold will bloom. So the inoculation is not an injection. It's the stirring in of something, of cultures that will later bloom.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And so that is with bries and with cheeses that have the colorful mold on the outside, like a Tom Creuse or like a Garrocha. Blue cheese is really unique in that it's inoculated during the cooking process. And then, so it has this like blue cheese mold potentially on the inside. And when we put it on the shelf to age and dry out, they poke a bunch of holes in it so that the mold will respirate and make that veining. Yeah.
Wow. But
Really
it can still get sick.
It is a food safe mold. Unless
Incredible.
you have a very specific allergy.
That's amazing. So when you have a cheese with a bloomy rind, that is because of that
is a specific mold that was added to it in the cheese making process.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm. So that outside, this was a job that I had at Murray's. So it's a thing that looks like cream cheese at first. And then as time goes on, it starts to grow white mold, which is a little furry and pokey. But our job is to pat it down into that skin that you recognize on the outside of brie.
That is so cool.
It's edible. And
that is genuinely really cool.
Yeah. So rind, in different definitions, could be the mold or just a hardened version of what's inside.
Wow.
You know what this makes me think about too? Is that the more you know, the more like respect you have for the food. Like when I started making bread, I was like, bread is so too cheap. Like how they sell bread at the bakery, that is insane. Like bread is so hard to make. It's crazy. Now, like the more you know about cheese, you're like, respect the cheese.
Why is it so expensive? It's because of all this lab
Right.
work.
Someone is caressing it into the form that you can buy it in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like that was my job. I had to flip cheese. So yeah, so when cheese is aging, it's still got all this liquid that's trying to evaporate, right? So we have to flip it over to help it, because if it's sitting on a wood slat, that liquid's not going to go out the bottom. So we need to be able to flip it, so it'll be like
So in many ways, cheese is like a pet.
yes, yeah.
This is like a pet that you need to flip over.
Yes, those pets you need to flip
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Main metaphor that is.
We need to help it age correctly. It's really funny. The only trouble that I had with it is sometimes the Parmesan drums were like 60 pounds and I'm like 100-pound person. So I'm like, I can't.
I definitely was in pretty good shape when I worked at that cheese place because
Yeah, you gotta.
of the heavy cheese that I was lifting.
Who is this fake animal that you have in your lap?
Gordon!
This is my cheese.
I don't think
Make
that's
sure
real.
to flip. Make sure to
It's
flip.
animatronic. I don't think it's real.
No, he's real. Real dogs do this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The cutest. I forgot. I was gonna do this before I had food on my hands, but I think I have clean hands now. But Carly, I got something in the mail to like.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Thank you for
Oh my
sending
God,
this to me.
Beautiful.
This was our little
That was from our Among Us stream, right?
yeah, we were promoting on Patreon, and so you drew these nice things just for the one thing that we were doing. So thank you for doing that.
Of course.
And I have it now.
I was like, Jen has to. I knew that you were going to own it as soon as I drew it.
I love everything eggs. Love everything cheese.
Me too. When I worked at Brooklyn Larder, Padma Lakshmi came in. I might have told this story on a different stream, but she seems genuinely very cool. But
Wait, who again?
Padma Lakshmi,
Oh wow.
and I didn't know much about blue cheese because I don't like it. And when I worked there, they were like, you have to taste everything that we're selling, which I love. Actually, I think that's really smart. But I probably just didn't taste most of the blue cheeses. And so I think she was buying blue cheese specifically. And I think I heard her at like the front of the shop say, like, I'm looking for a couple of cheeses, including some blue cheeses. And then she was heading back to the counter where I was working. And I just like
Disappeared.
and just like hid from Padma Lakshmi because I didn't want her to know I was a dummy about cheese.
I bet she's really nice.
No, she would have been pissed.
She seems
would've
very
been
cool.
pissed. She would have been so mad.
I love Padma.
She would have been furious. She would have throttled me.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a question from the chat. Your favorite cheese to put in scrambled eggs?
Ooh.
There's a lot of answers here.
I mean, I love sharp cheddar on almost everything. It's one of the things I miss the most. I shouldn't eat cheese, but I do sometimes. But like, God, it's really hard to beat a sharp cheddar on eggs, I think.
I kind of like Gordon Ramsay's recipe, which is making soft scrambled eggs, and then at the very last minute, right before you're about to serve it, stir in some sour cream or
creme
or
fraiche.
crème
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it's really luxurious. It's so nice, but it's not cheese.
It is additional dairy.
I
I also gotta say, I love American cheese on eggs.
Yeah,
I love it.
a classic bodega bacon, egg, and cheese. I will take that over any homemade thing because I don't want to do dishes.
Yeah, it's just like so like. It's like everything is hugging each other, you know. All the ingredients are just like, because it's all been like smashed. I fucking love it,
Yeah,
guys. The frosé is hitting a little bit now.
I love it. I love it.
What other things do you want to know about cheese and eggs?
Yeah.
So counterintuitively, there is a Hannibal cookbook by the food stylist, and she
And
also
it's illegal.
yeah, it's you get arrested as soon as you buy it.
Wow. Wow.
She did the way that she teaches to like cook eggs is the way that I do them now, which is probably very well known, but the like low and slow.
Mm-hmm.
Low and slow scrambled eggs have changed my whole scrambled egg game.
Yeah, they're so good and like silky.
Oh,
You need toast for that. Like I need toast.
absolutely, because they're much more like not watery, but like liquidy.
Yeah, like sauce. It's like a sauce and an egg.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm with Carly about the sharp cheddar. I think that's just my ideal.
Yeah, I don't really get too fancy there.
Yeah, sharp cheddar's the only thing I keep cheese-wise. Normally, like I always have sharp cheddar in my fridge.
It's a good snack cheese too. You just can bite into it and like put it back in the fridge.
I had a friend in college, and we went to see a movie, and where he would like bring his own snacks. And one day we were watching a movie, and he like reached into his pocket, he pulled out this paper towel, and he unwrapped it. It was like a hunk of cheese
Yes.
that he was just biting into. It was incredible. Gordon.
Me, to be honest.
Me.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah, what is the weirdest thing I've had in a movie theater? Probably that giant pickle. You remember in the 90s they just sell a giant pickle?
Oh, did they?
At Six Flags and at the movie theater, just a giant pickle.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's a dream. I wish they still did that.
I know. Pickles are good.
I miss movie theaters so much.
I really miss movie theaters.
Yeah, me too.
What do you guys miss? Sound off in the comments.
guys?
No, don't. It's too sad.
Yes, Crystals, and like a Ren Fair pickle. That's what I'm talking about. Like the giant, like a turkey leg, but a pickle.
Yes, that's what they should bring when they bring movie theaters back. Pickles and turkey legs.
Yeah, Ren Fair at the movie theater. I'm so down.
Wait, the Kraken 19 says, when my buddies and I were in high school, we each bought a block of cheese and raced. Like you raced to finish.
Eat it? Yo. Y'all are...
Good memories of the next day, huh?
That sounds like an impaction.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Gross.
Popcorn, bowling. Oh yeah, bowling. I like bowling. I just miss going to a bar and getting a beer and a shot, even though that I know I did that myself earlier.
Yeah.
It's just the camaraderie of doing that with other people.
That's exactly what I was going to say, the camaraderie and the ritual of like, I'm going to regret this in the morning.
Yeah.
I have to go to work with these people tomorrow. Well, I guess they'll see me at my worst.
Yeah.
I know.
I want to eat more nachos, but I'm full.
Full too.
Now, I have a question, Jen. I'm going to save these nachos, but how would you suggest just like putting them, should I eat them cold when I reheat them, or should I heat them up?
Here's another idea. You can scramble some eggs tomorrow and make chilaquiles.
Okay.
Son of
Now we're talking.
So it's leftover nachos. You can put a little bit more salsa on it, but basically chop up all this stuff. Make scrambled eggs, stir it all together till it's warm. Eat that.
Oh my God.
I'm having more mezcal.
Jen, join me. I'm a messy little bitch.
I love it. I'm a messy little bitch. You're a messy little bitch.
Let's all be a little messy brothers.
Nixon.
Hey, doesn't this remind you of the first time we all met in person? Oh,
That was the last thing I did before COVID.
it was the last thing before COVID. Yeah.
And when we all gave each other COVID, yeah.
Yeah, we all gave each other COVID.
We gave Nick COVID and he like almost died.
We played that game Suck and Blow, but there was no paper. It was just us breathing into each other.
He was like,
Kissing.
And that's what you do at a Fortunate Horse hangout.
And if it doesn't kill you, then it makes you stronger.
Okay.
what did we do that day? We played werewolves.
We played werewolves. We played
Code?
this game that I really like called Darkstalk. No,
No.
not Darkstalkers, because that's a video game. but it's this like, it's kind of like werewolves. And it's a card game. I'll show you. I have it. 1 second.
I can't even remember. Like my memory. I remember
It
werewolf.
was so long ago. I think it was like
I know.
February. Was it February?
I will say I realized the I don't know if it's irony of this statement, but I don't like who I become when I play werewolves.
You
Yeah.
and Carly were
Like
y'all
it
were
takes over,
savage.
and I just become this person that's like,
Yeah, you both pranced around the room howling.
yeah,
Yeah, when you won.
there were regrets.
Regrets.
Like
This is the game.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
It's called Shadow Hunters.
That's right, Shadow Hunters.
And you each get a card that tells you what kind of character you are, and you have different stats.
oh,
I'll show you a card. But there's a board. So I guess there's like a time pressure. Wait, that's not it. Where are the actual characters? Here we go.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, yeah. Show us the color palette of the card.
Yes. Oh, so someone said in the chat, I forgot about this. There was a fun chatty right before COVID where Carboni licked the salt lamp. I guess we were all licking the salt lamp, and it was like,
Our first day, I have a video of Bijan licking the salt lamp.
right.
That's in our Fun City Patreon cold storage secret vault. That I forgot to.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I forgot to update it.
There'll be no more licking of salt lamps.
I miss when you
You
could lick a salt lamp.
yeah. Don't make promises you can't keep. Right?
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
Fun. This was nice to see you guys.
I miss nachos. I miss you. I miss everything.
Mhm.
I miss you guys.
Yeah.
I miss Pepper the dog.
Yeah.
Pepper.
You guys haven't seen Pepper the dog. What are you doing?
No, you gotta follow Peppa the Puppa on their Instagrams.
Yeah, it's Taylor's dog, and she's
Peppa.
incredible.
Peppa the Puppa.
She's like a
Next
beautiful little
Fortunate
dragon.
Mares, we should have a 5th camera set up that's just Pepper.
Ah. Oh.
Taylor, would you do that? Would you set up a pepper cam for us?
Please, Taylor.
Answer yes or yes.
Pepper is the 5th horse.
She's the 5th mare.
Yes.
She's
No,
Mother Mare.
Horses
dog.
are tall dogs, remember?
Mhm.
Horses are tall dogs, and
Horses are dogs.
Pepper is a dog. Yeah,
Pepper's a dog.
Pepper's a horse dog.
Because you can either be a dog. You can either be a dog or a bug. Those are the 2 types of animals in the world. There are dogs and there are bugs.
What are humans?
Humans are dogs. Humans are dogs. Birds are bugs. Cats are bugs.
Birds are bugs. What?
Yeah.
Did I see a Twitter argument about this?
Not an argument. I just laid forth. I just put some information out there. If there were people arguing, then it was with themselves because
Where's Joe when you need him?
I have not changed my mind. No one has made me see the light.
Oh, I love this KMC coup. 5th mare of the apocalypse is Pepper.
That's true.
Love it. Just love it.
Are there any further, any other questions or nacho facts that people want before we all collapse in a heap from our nacho comas? Is a squid a cat or a bug? A squid is absolutely a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
agreed.
an exemplary bug.
Mhm.
Actually, kind of weird that you would ask.
Almost all fish are bugs. I'd have
What
to
about an octopus?
bug.
What about it?
A huge bug,
Is
actually.
there dogfish?
Dogfish?
There's a catfish, right?
Yeah, there is a catfish and a dogfish.
There's still bugs, though. You can have a bug named after another animal.
Okay.
Dolphins are dogs, not fish. I know they're not fish, but since we're talking about aquatic animals, dolphins are dogs.
I love it.
What about sharks?
Sharks are bugs. Or mean dogs. Actually, I don't know. They could be mean
Mean
dogs.
dogs.
Dogs is the best category.
But sharks are technically fish, aren't they?
I don't know.
Somebody's gonna clip me, be like, sharks are technically fish, right? And then I'm gonna like run for office in my 40s, and they're gonna be like, don't elect this idiot.
I feel like sharks are technically villains, and that's all we know about them.
That's what we know. Yeah.
We've gotten close enough to study.
Taylor is hitting them all out of the park in the chat right now. Dolphins are dogs, yes. Whales are dogs, yes. Worms are bugs, correct. Correct.
Are there any bugs that are actually dogs? You know, like bugs in our
Yeah, like a ladybug.
Nice try. Ladybugs are bugs, but caterpillars are dogs.
But caterpillars are dogs. Okay. Now I'm seeing it.
Nice try.
Nice try. They're bugs.
Wait,
Spiders are bugs.
I have a rewind back to nachos.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Hayden, do you know anything about the brain and why we like crunchy things? No. Okay. We can Google it later.
Oh, that's such a fun question, though. Pretend that you know and make something up, please.
Okay. Why we like crunchy things?
According to Dr. Shannon Odell.
Our ancestors were taught that if they chewed on rocks, certain minerals would get released. And those minerals were needed for big brain development. So we are now wired to want to crunch on every rock we see. And we can't help it.
You went real Gillian Anderson as Margaret Thatcher there for a second. Every cunt. I don't know. Never ask a Briton to do a rock. That was great. Shannon, I would have believed you if you didn't set me up to not believe you.
Well, it's all falsehoods, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the only truth there is.
That is the truth. Everything.
Oh, Pixel Riffs just gifted a bunch of emotes. How cool. I don't know how these things work. But that seems really cool. Thank you, Pixel Riffs.
Yeah,
that's really nice. Thank you.
So generous. So generous. Thank you very much.
Very cool.
Incredible. Shannon, yes. I giving all the credit to those brain minerals.
Put me on the spot. I could not brain shit. What is it? Bullshit science.
Brain shit.
That's what we call it in the biz. We call it brain shit.
You gotta have a PhD at the end of your name to call it brain shit.
Uh-huh.
She does though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I can't call it that. I have not earned that right. I didn't even take
to me.
I think it would be fun to invest more time in my impression of Gillian Anderson as Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah.
Why wasn't she Times Person of the Year for contorting her face like that?
I know.
Honestly, yes.
Honestly,
that's the theme of the next stream, actually. The next Fortunate Mare stream.
It's just us with our backs to the camera as we watch The Crown.
I haven't seen any of The Crown except for the episode where there's a lot of outfits.
There's a couple like that, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't caught up. Need to watch. I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the very beginning.
Wow.
I know. I missed out on a large chunk of cultural history.
I didn't
How
watch.
are you feeling it?
It was cheesy, and then there's this big like tonal shift that I'm kind of like, I don't really. It got real serious.
For those keeping track at home, Joss Whedon is a bug, not a dog.
They know. And the bugs are
I think everybody knows that.
Everybody knows. Buffy is a dog, but Joss Whedon is a bug.
Margaret Thatcher?
Margaret Thatcher, big bug.
Big old bug.
Almost as big as an octopus. We started to I went to go see The Iron Lady when it came out, which I don't recommend, but and I remember at the time being like, this feels oddly sympathetic to a person who was not a great person. And then I started watching The Crown. Flash forward to 2020. I'm watching The Crown. I'm watching Gillian Anderson destroy her neck doing this thing, and I was like, maybe I should go back and rewatch it. It's on Netflix, and we couldn't like even get through the first 20 minutes because it's so weirdly saccharine towards her. It's just like she really overcame adversity, and she thinks her husband's there, and I'm like, well, that's sad, but she's also not very nice.
I was looking up I was trying to look up clips of the actual Margaret Thatcher after watching this season of The Crown, because I'm like, I just need to see more of this to know the comparison. And I just kept on ending up on like documentaries that were just like Margaret Thatcher, the best woman to ever live. And I was like, what the?
You know, they're really good at controlling their media image.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear any of the royals speak most of the time. Like,
Right.
That's a good point.
it's crazy. They control a lot of that stuff. Yeah. I mean, there are, if you really, really look, you can hear like their voices, but
What if they're all marionettes?
it's not common knowledge, you know, their voices, at least here in the US. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what Prince William's voice sounds like.
Which one is William? Which one's William?
The prince.
The taller, older, bald
They're
one.
all princes.
The taller, older, bald one.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Not the
Sure.
redhead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what he sounds like. That's a good point. I assume Ed Sheeran.
That's the other prince.
Ed Sheeran, yeah. Princes William and Ed Sheeran.
shows everybody how much we know about
How
politics
many
outside of the US.
how many times have I watched just anything, a movie, a TV show, and be like, what the fuck is Ed Sheeran doing here? It's more than once.
I don't know that I would recognize him, so he might be on everything I've ever seen, but
It's
I just
possible.
wouldn't know
But
it.
it's a trick though, because Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones, you know? Like,
He was.
He actually is in things sometimes.
He was. He was in Game of Thrones, and he was in the last Bridget Jones movie.
Really?
That the baby one?
The baby?
Yeah, Bridget Jones's baby.
I didn't even see it.
Ed
Was it
Sheeran is the baby.
Interesting.
Oh my
Comes
goodness.
out with a full head of red hair.
Wow.
The miracle of
Local.
life.
Neither Colin Firth nor what's his name? Hugh Grant have red hair.
Taylor wants to know, what was everyone's favorite moment of this season of The Crown?
Good
I
trailer.
feel like Chris and I really liked, there was just one conversation that Elizabeth and Philip were having where she doesn't know who Billy Joel is.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, we could watch this for hours. And that was my favorite moment.
Well, I don't
That's
know.
a
How about the rest of you? Jen loves the trailer.
I love the trailer because I haven't watched any of it.
Mhm.
I love every moment of Prince Charles, the guy playing Prince Charles, because I think his interpretation of it is very good. Because it's just like always like,
I think it's really cool how he like is starting to sound more like Tobias Menzies' Prince Philip. So like now he's like taking on that vocal affectation.
yeah.
You gotta believe that guy's having fun, whatever his name is.
I think they're all having fun.
Not Prince
together.
Charles. I don't think Prince Charles ever has fun.
No, not him. Yeah, all those actors are having fun though.
Yeah. We have a lot of people off to have dinner, or we have one person.
Bye, Mallcat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for joining. Do we want to do a last round? Taylor's favorite moment: 17-year-old Diana hiding behind a bush.
Star.
Oh my
That
god.
did happen, and that was actually documentary footage. Is that point?
They just slipped that in there.
Yeah, that's why the aspect ratio suddenly changes.
Yeah.
I just kind of love the new, like, the resurging conversation about Princess Diana's wardrobe and like the sweaters. Like, she had good sweater game. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like there was so many photos of her in like great crew neck sweaters.
she worked a lot of twee stuff into her wardrobe.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Also, she did a lot of like oversized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Real hip in the 80s.
Real hip of the moment. Only a matter of time before the Gap catches on and starts making commercials of Princess Diana jumping around on a green screen.
Oh, like Tupac, like the hologram. Oh my God, the hologram.
I was thinking it was like the Gap that made those pants that were like Audrey Hepburn's pants in Funny Face, or yeah.
Oh, I think so.
Or Funny Face. And I was like, this is weird. This movie wasn't made to sell Gap pants. She's dead.
I can only hope that all of the creative work I do on Earth right now in 50 years feeds Gap ads. I like that. It's all I could hope for.
We can aspire to that in our cyberpunk future.
I'm willing all my intellectual property to the Gap.
Oh, truly dystopian.
I didn't ask for it. I don't have any associations with them, but girl can dream.
I bequeath my legacy.
Yeah.
And this is binding. Us joking about it right now is binding.
This is a verbal contract.
Yeah.
No, because Twitch deletes the streams after 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah,
so
but
get
the
it now,
Gap
Gap.
Towards all of them.
Gap, guys.
Gap.
What are you doing, Gap?
Do you think that they're scraping Twitch for mentions and being like, hey,
Let's see if
this is
anybody
an offer.
jokes about leaving
here's
us
a discount.
their property.
Yeah, let's see.
Then we'll sue their family later.
Oh my god. God, can you imagine the future where like brands are sniffing Twitch chat for mentions and then they just drop in with a discount and you're like, get out of here.
I can absolutely.
Yeah.
Even a future, that seems
Awful. But
Chris, you got a sweater.
Chris
bought a Gap sweater.
oh no, our marketing worked. Oh no.
It's already happening. The future you described is here.
all I've ever done was for the Gap.
Gap, remember me.
Okay, the only problem with Nacho Stream is that I just ate a huge pile of nachos.
I'm exhausted.
I know. I'm so tired.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel great. I could do this all day.
I feel
I
like
have a whole
full of cheese and chips.
and drink all this and eat so many more. Oh my gosh. But
Incredible.
does anybody in the chat have any more questions about nachos or cheese or about the shows that we are on? Because we are here and happy to answer those questions quickly.
Yeah.
Would love to answer questions. We can answer questions about each other.
Yeah.
Accurately.
I know so much about Carly.
I put a lot out there. Liz, thank you for you were in the pie stream. I remember this.
You were
to this one too.
Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday.
What could future nachos look like? Lepidopterane wants to know.
Well, they will be soy based, at least in the Shadowrun world.
And silver.
If they have any eggs on them, they will be $500.
Incredible.
I mean, there is soy cheese. There is, we had a lot of really great vegan cheese today on the stream. So Cybernaut will probably be vegan or printed. At least that's a technology that we were talking about on the show.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Onion, our master, wants to know, Carly, how would Allie answer the question, which is the correct door? Allie we would link arms and we would go through whichever door was wide enough to fit both of us at the same time.
That's correct.
True
I don't know how you do it.
friendship. True.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely right.
I love that
the
you
other answer that would have been acceptable was that one.
I love that. Meanwhile, Shannon's character shot me with a dart.
No.
It was an accident. I mean, it was a bad dice roll.
I feel like we've hurt each other accidentally. I'm pretty
Yeah.
Yeah, I landed, LB landed on Cordelia and trapped her with a spider.
Oh, yeah. And then Chris lit the spider on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Chris wants to know, what's everybody's favorite thing to cook for themselves over buying it from a restaurant? I love this question.
Ooh. Damn.
Favorite thing to cook rather than buying it at a restaurant?
Hmm.
I mean, broadly speaking, pasta. It's rare for me to buy pasta from a restaurant, order pasta from a restaurant that I don't think we could make as well at home.
Say red sauce. Like if I'm gonna make a big pot, like my red sauce I think is better than
Ooh, girl.
Ooh, that makes
I
me
love this.
I want your red sauce now.
I make like nothing, so I feel like, and I just don't order steaks at restaurant, but sometimes I make a steak, which is like surprisingly easy and makes me feel like very fancy. So I'll go with that.
I've seen your steaks before. They're very good looking.
Thank you. Oh my God. Stop it. These old steaks?
I make my own sandwiches. That's kind of like the thing I love, and I don't really like buying other people's sandwiches unless it's like gonna be mind-blowing, or if it's a chopped cheese. I generally if I'm drunk and near a bodega, I'll be like, chopped cheese time. Even if I've had like 11 Madison Park like fancy meal right before, I'll be like, chopped cheese time.
I love that. Yeah, like that gives you permission to just use bodega food.
Yee. Ooh, were there more questions? My goodness.
Yes. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
I like the Van Leeuwen dairy-free ice cream, and they have an oat mocha latte flavor that has a fudge ripple, and that's probably my favorite right now.
Sounds good. I like the Ben and Jerry's Americone Dream.
Yeah.
I think it's got Stephen Colbert on it for some reason. I don't really know why, but it's got like ice cream cone in it and caramel and shit. Really good.
Sounds very good.
I like a cookie dough that's heavy on the cookie dough. That's
yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
wait, we're losing you.
Shannon.
Shannon, we lost your audio.
We lost your audio.
I'm gone.
Oh,
You're
no,
back.
You're back.
Hello.
So you like heavy cookie dough ice cream?
Heavy cookie dough ice cream. Yeah.
I like a cookie dough. I think that's my casual at home thing. But if I go to a Cold Stone, you remember Cold Stones?
Yes.
I want it with like brownie.
Oh yeah! Holy shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is like
birthday cake with brownie, and they make it.
Yeah.
I love it when my ice cream is smacked around by a single person.
It's
Loving
like sweet butter. It's like sweet cold butter.
Yeah, I love a humbled ice cream.
Yeah.
Humbled ice cream.
Yeah.
Humbled ice
Mess it
cream
up a
is
little
too
bit.
good.
The thing in high school that I did, this was really annoying to my parents, but my favorite ice cream was Chunky Monkey, which is a bit but I did not like the dark chocolate chunks because I thought they were too big and they hurt my teeth. And so I would just like eat the ice cream and then spit out the dark chocolate part. And my parents would be so mad at me. They'd be like, "You're wasting this thing we bought you." And I'm like, "It's gross."
That's funny.
I did so many little things like that as a kid. What would your Fun City / Rude Tales characters like to cook for themselves?
Oh, this is a great question.
This is a really good question.
I mean, Viv is pescatarian, but she probably would cure fish on the deck of the boat. She'd probably just have like netting out and just like, diseased fish from the Hudson River just hanging out there. Yeah.
And then would she like slice it thinly or?
She'd fucking gnaw on it.
Yeah.
She's yeah. She's like an outdoorsy lady, so she's like, whatever.
What about Lash?
She probably would just make like a giant protein shake, like soy protein.
Gatorade also on the side.
Gatorade, and she probably wouldn't cook something for herself because she's a child. She'd probably like steal some food from Lex.
Nice.
Yeah. She's always stealing from Lex, yes. Always stealing.
Yeah.
I love
What
it.
about Cordelia?
I think she's like a grill master because I think if she was cooking, it'd be other people and like a party, you know?
Awesome.
I don't think she cooks when it's just her.
That's really nice.
I love that. What about Albie?
I feel like Albie would love some kind of like sweet potato thing. She might. I bet her favorite thing is just like roasted sweet potato.
That sounds so cute.
Yeah.
I can already imagine.
She's a little beard.
Holding it. Yeah.
I like to make sweet potato quesadillas.
I've had this. You've made this for me.
Yeah, and it's really good. You just like you mash up the sweet potato and you can season it. Like I like to put like chipotle pepper in it.
Nice.
And then you don't even need cheese. And black beans. I like to add black beans too. And then you just griddle it in a tortilla and it's delicious. So I bet if someone made that for Albie, it would blow her mind. But I don't think she's thought of it yet.
It's so cute. I love it. I love it.
Any other questions?
Yeah, last call for Nacho or show questions from us for mares. Nay.
Yay or nay?
Yeah, nay.
What would your Fun City / Rude Tales characters cook for each other, like a potluck? This is really cute.
We have a lot of scarcity in 2101.
Yeah.
Everything is soy based or milk, so we'd probably bring you some milk punch.
Ooh, that's delicious, though.
I actually made this for our launch party when we had it at Wonderville in Bushwick. I made a batch of the milk mix, like it's a bourbon milk punch, and then the bartender just added the bourbon. It was very good.
That's so cool.
Yeah. But in a potluck situation in the show, my goodness, it'd probably be like some salty snacks, like dried fish skin, or like something soy based, like soy jerky sticks.
Dried fish skin and soy.
It's not very the food landscape in New York 2101 is not very optimistic.
I think Albie would make some kind of breakfast for everyone, because anytime they've been served breakfast, I feel like it hasn't quite been what she wants.
Yeah. Just acorn.
It's like best case scenario, you got some acorns.
Some sprinkles and some
they kept trying to feed her eggs and she's like, I don't really want to eat eggs. So I don't know what that would look like necessarily. I bet she would make some kind of pancake out of like a fruit puree.
Somebody Olivia just said, I feel like Albie would be very good at making pancakes.
Oh, for Olivia, yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. This was okay. I think. Oh, what is an egg but a seed?
I mean, hell yeah! Like the Fun City crew would bring eggs. Like that is our thing. Especially if Yuri was at the picnic, like we would definitely bring eggs.
Would it be eggs in like every conceivable fashion?
Egg in a hole, a croque madame. At least those are the two that we've had on the show. Which I have the recipes on our Patreon, by the way, if you want to make them in real life.
Check it out.
Nice.
Fun City on Patreon.
The
There are no
leftover
recipes
of-
currently on the Rude Tales. No, that's not true. We have a Jen recipe on the Rude Tales Patreon from when we did our first stream together.
Yeah.
And it's jalapeno poppers, which I made and can tell you from experience, they're delicious.
Yeah, I like making up. I like making recipes, fictional recipes in real life.
Yeah, that's a really fun way to frame that.
Yeah, it's great. Please keep coming up with more dishes on your show so that I can make them.
I think that's largely Tim's area, but absolutely.
Oh, I definitely have been talking to Tim about this.
I think that's it for questions.
Yeah.
So we've got a hard out at 8 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks all for joining us and
Thank you so
hanging out
much
while
for
we
joining us.
stuffed our faces with nachos.
Yeah.
So administratively, let me just say, listen to our show, Fun City, at funcities.ventures online. And we are also at patreon.com/funcityventures. You can follow me, Randwiches, on Twitter and Instagram. And Shannon, Shannon's here on screen.
In my screen, she's there.
Oh, Shannon, where are you online? What is going on?
You can follow me at Shodell, SHODELL on most platforms. And now
you can also listen to Rude Tales of Magic.
Rude Tales of Magic. You can find us at rudetalesofmagic.com. We are on Spotify, Podcatcher, iTunes, the Woiks.
That's what
we have a Patreon, patreon.com/rudetales-of-magic. We have a bunch of exciting new merch in the store, rudetales-of-magic.com/store. And I'm at Whirring Blender on pretty much every social media.
Yeah, and I'm at Allie Fisher, ALIFISHER on Twitter, and Allie Fisher on the internet on Instagram.
Sick Boy, thank you. Sick Boy just gifted a bunch of subscriptions. Thank you so much.
Nice. It's so nice. There's really nice people here.
Our listeners are truly the sweetest. Thank you for joining us and watching us eat nachos and get tired from eating nachos.
Yes, we're tired.
This is slowly fading into a nap stream.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you all so much. More streams coming soon. Follow us on Twitter for all those details.
Yay.